large ethnic minority groups are more likely to experience civil war than the countries with small ethnic minority groups due to the amount of people that are willing to demand change. We hypothesize that if a country with a large ethnic minority groups are unsatisfied with the government's agenda, then it will be more likely for civil war to occur due to the individual's incentives. We hypothesize that if a country with a large ethnic minority groups are unsatisfied with the government's agenda, then it will be more likely for civil war to occur due to the individual's incentive. One of the civil wars that happened in the United States demanded change, and the Civil War is called the Civil Rights Movement. And it's called the Civil Rights Movement because people of color are demanding their rights that they fully deserve. The United States is one of the largest nations in the country. It has a large ethnic minority groups such as Hispanic, Latinos, Asians, Blacks, and more. The United States is called the land of the freedom where you can express yourself in any way you desire. This is O.J. Simpson, and he was suspected for first-degree murder for his wife, Nicole. This trial reunited the Black people community trying to protect one of their own from the murder that they believe he was innocent. This created the minority group to rise up from what they believe in to fight back the government for police brutality, and it created a huge case due to the victims that were murdered a white woman. So there was a lot of tension between both races and not acknowledging the evidence. Overall, in 2015, Black people were killed at twice the rate of white, Hispanic, Native Americans. About 25% African Americans killed were unarmed and compared with the 17% of white people. Now to show you another example, Sam will talk about India.
Just like the United States, India is a vast South Asian country with a diverse terrain, from the Himalayan peaks to the Indian Ocean coastline, and history reaching back 5 millennia. This second most populated country has been undergoing wars since 1967, and it has many discrimination conflicts within the country due to ethnic diversity. India has a great diversity in ethnicity, race, religion, language, culture, and even the traditional aspect. As the research of the Civil War happening in the nation, many articles inform that the current civil war, which is occurring between Pakistan, is also through the large ethnic minority groups. Muslims are the largest minority groups in the country of Pakistan. In this case, the large minorities of both countries are the cause of civil war. The two countries were a nation until the upper minorities split apart.
Afghanistan is another great example of a country that has experienced civil war due to the changes demanded by the large ethnic minority groups. Most of the citizens are driven by the desire to regain Taliban regime. They want to reclaim power from the United States installed government. In Afghanistan, religion has been a major factor that has contributed to their civil war. From the research findings, we found out that Afghanistan's population is largely Pashtun. It makes up 40% of the population. Civil wars occurred due to the citizens' desire to end the U.S.-style rule. They wanted their Taliban regime country. Since 1992, the international community has responded to Afghanistan's lack of humanitarian aid and has not respected human rights. The state has failed to protect the minority groups and to protect their rights within the state. This intrigues the groups to rebel towards their government and try to demand change. In conclusion, our hypotheses were correct. Looking through all the evidence, we can confirm that when a country has large minority groups, they are more likely to go to civil war. We have found 3 different cases that proves that minority groups are willing to stand up for what they believe in. It unites the community to show no fear and rise up to the government to demand change. With that, any ethnic group can create a civil war whether they are big or small. What matters is if their belief is strong enough to make the change. In the end of the battle, it will all be worth it. When a country has a diverse population, it is more likely for a civil war to occur due to the different ideologies. Civil wars have played somewhat of a key role in shaping our world to become what it is today. As we have learned throughout the length of this piece, various ethnic groups
have overturned countries through numerous civil wars.